Have a look at that. It's not a spoon, it's an amazing spoon.
Yeah.
G'day folks, this is the Coffee Bush Kid in Central Vic. I'm out on one of my favourite permissions there. There's the big old gum tree with the bees in it. And this is the mound just over there is where I've been getting a lot of coins and medallions, and they were up there. Just down here, I have disturbed the soil. It was a fairly constant 23, 24. But now, it was better. Whatever's down there I've disturbed. I haven't seen anything. I haven't checked anything yet. Just dug 2 big dig holes and I'm expecting a coin. In fact, me being me, I'm expecting something silver. There we go. It's still down in there. So this is good. Oh, wow. Well, we all know what that is. How cool is that? Wow. It's got no, oh, there we go. Has no innards. Has no outards either. Let's see. Oh, tantalisingly, there's still something down there. Let's stop there and I'll come back to you. And we're back. I don't believe it's silver. It's just the casing. The winder looks pretty cool though. Yeah, you just never know what you'll find in the ground. But working on Newton's 5th law of gravity, knowing that there was a house up there, or a couple, they just throw their rubbish off to the side. So I've got this embankment that I'm going along. All here's been dredged. The big dredging machines have all come through along the creek and dug everything up and spewed it out the back end. But along here, stuff will have still been dropped down. It'll eventually work its way down into holes like that one was, and then we get stuff like this, if not coins as well. Maybe some belt buckles too, if we're lucky. Anyway, let's see what else we can find. I'm not even going to bother guessing this time. Let's just dig it and find out. Ha ha ha. Oh, maybe, maybe not. It could be a handle. But I see that it's got holes on the sides of it. There we go. It's more than likely something screwed up. It's probably for a doorknob actually, because I can see the hole there that you would have tightened the screw that held the piece of square stuff to hold onto the doorknob. Yeah, also, oh, what's that? Someone will say, why aren't you wearing gloves? I couldn't cut myself if I had gloves on. Still something down there. I reckon it's a piece of steel. Yep, I think we'll leave it at that. So there's what that was. The nice 26, 27 signal. I didn't bother turning you on. I said, oh, just bloody dig it. I got some wire out. But I also got that. Now that also says Salters improved. Now that's actually part of a set of scales. And months ago, up over the top there near the cellar, I got another piece, and I reckon the two pieces will join. I got the piece where the slot is in the center and the little needle would have gone up and down on the spring. So it's a part of a scale. That's pretty cool. Right, the wind's picking up a bit, so sorry if there's any wind noise. This is a teaser. Oh! There we go. Something bigger again, like a doorknob. Now, see the square hole? Right, where did I leave that? Over here, along with the wedding clock armature. See that? That goes there, and where that hole is would line up to a slot in the square shaft that goes into that square hole, just like that. Marvellous how you can recreate history, isn't it? Cool. Now this one came up as a 32. Heart started to pound. It's the top off something. There we go. Don't know what though. Don't believe it would be silver, more likely brass. They've put a steel pinny bit through it. You got a loopy thing. Yeah, who knows? One of the mysteries. Now I will show you this. The wind is picking up. Now, we come down here. Remember how I mentioned about Newton's fifth law of gravity? I've dug. Now you see this now? See the pattern? It's all coming up. And if we go back up further, past my detector, crockery. We are heading back up to that mound there, where the well is and everything like that in the cellar. So this has obviously been where they've thrown a lot of stuff. So we'll just keep mooching around in amongst all the bits and pieces and we'll see what we can find. 2930 again in that hole there. Oh, it was a buckle hole. A suspender buckle. And these things are just a brilliant design. You've probably seen me do this before. Fresh out of the ground, 150 years or so down in there, and they still work. Gotta love that. And that one, that's pretty cool. It's a nice buckle. Should make a belt for it. Must get some stuff for the bloody tongues. Make them in stainless. Anyway, another good little find. There's another little buckle. Just a little one. But that one, the tongue, which will probably start wagging after a while, is brass. So it hasn't corroded away like the steel ones do. That's a beautiful little buckle. They're a beautiful little design. See where the tongue sits there, where the imprint, well, my finger's in the way, where the imprint is. So it's a beautiful little one. I'll put that with the buckle collection. Numbers we all like to see in here. I have spotted it. Something we all like to find. Everyone's got a special soft spot for clock cogs. There we go. Marvellous little things they are. Oh, gee. Not only have we got a bloody levery thing, we've also got the sprockety bit that it goes into. They're always cool. Out of that hole there cometh this 2123. Maybe out of a candlestick or something. It's still a pretty cool find. That one is going straight home to go to my friend Andrea, who does sculptural work out of bits and pieces. So if you ever happen to wonder what happens to all the bits of brassy stuff that I find, I give it to her. She makes things because she's got a great imagination. And they are magnificent. So that one's off to her. But that's a cool find. 1819, we get that. Probably a leather strap went through there at some point. Whether it's off a bloody cart of some description or something, I don't know. Gave a bloody good signal though. It was a definite dig me. And here in amongst the thistles, we get that. And that was once the support of a chimney for a kerosene lamp or an oil lamp or something. Brass, pressed. They're nice. And out of that hole, where the nice little bit of crockery came from, we got that. Nice bronze bloody thing. Don't really know what it was. Looks like it should have screwed onto something, but then those luggy bits on the back look like they could have been for leather. So who knows? That's a nice little find. You got to do live digs for these. 2 bars, just there. Let's see what it is. Nice when you can get into the soil. Oh, what's that I spy down there? Oh, I was hoping for a coin, but that is a piece of brass. There we go. Oh look, it's got a thread in it. I would say more than likely a couple of things. Could have been plaster in there, so it could have been on top of a bottle where they plastered it on and then you had something that screwed into it. In fact, I think that's probably more so than some part of a light fitting. Could have been silver plated at some point. Little line around the edge. But I reckon by that white residue inside, it's been plastered on. Out of there with all the crockery and everything. Harmonica reed, bits of steel, and I don't think anyone can really sort of argue with that one. Square nail. And out of that hole comes a purse, or part thereof. Bit worse for wears, maybe why it was thrown. But to answer everyone's question, yes, I have checked the holes. There is no coin there. Still got to look for it. Out of this hole, I actually thought it was a piece of steel, so I'm just digging around like, well, we'll get the piece of steel out and we'll see what it is. And then this stuck its head out of the ground. Like, oh yeah, cool, it's a spoon. No, have a look at that. It's not a spoon, it's an amazing spoon. Twisted buddy handle. Now that would stop the whole thing getting hot if you left this submerged in hot liquid. That's a bloody doozy of a spoon. That's bloody magnificent. Never ever seen one like it, let alone detected one previously. So that's unbelievable. An amazing little find. A good 22, 24 signal out of that hole gives us this. And that's lead. Look at it. See the circles on it? I would half say they were cutting leather with a wad punch. And they were using the lead so that it doesn't blunt the cutting edge of the wad punch. You can also use the end grain of timber as well, but not the cross grain, because that will blunten it. And there beeth your lesson on the use of the wad punch. Out of that hole cometh this. Oops. Yep, I'm going to drop it. I can't bloody grab hold of it too hard because she's a bit bloody precious. Look at that with all its little leaves and everything. Must have been a wall hanging or something or rather. All these little leaves on it. That one's bloody moving all by itself. Who knows what it was or what it was used for. Probably just decoration. That's pretty cool. I reckon I'll give that to my friend Andrea. She'll be able to put that in some sort of sculpture. This is one of the good things of detecting out here, is it unusual stuff that you find. Give it to Andrea, her imagination buddy sparks up, sets a light to everything, and yeah, she makes unbelievable stuff. Anyway, she can have that one. So keep in mind, it's always good to fill in some of your day detecting, but remember to fill in all your holes when you're finished. I'll catch you next time.